Here with me now, former Army Ranger Special Operations Captain and Washington congressional candidate Jensen is here. So, Jesse, first of all, welcome. Second of all, what does the death of this general mean?
Well, thanks for having me, Kennedy. Yeah, I think that no one thought that the Ukrainians were going to be as fierce as they have been. The problem with an authoritarian army is you don't really delegate a lot of authority down. So when Putin is telling them to do something, they'll do it. When the general tells them to do something, they'll do it. When the general dies, that will reverberate through the Russian forces.
Obviously, they're having a harder time than they advertise. They advertised that this would be a 24 to 48 hour incursion and Ukraine would be theirs. Other people are saying this could go on 20 years. How does this end? Is it possible for Zelensky to get his meeting with Putin? And how could he possibly convince him to pull back and withdraw?
Yeah, it seems like Putin is in a bunker mentality, Kennedy. He seems to be locking himself away from folks. He's, paranoid about COVID-19. He is like 30 feet away from even his generals when he meets. So the likelihood that he gets, in a room with Zelensky, like you said, is zero, I believe. But the Ukrainians continue to fight. We see, poorly planned Russian military. They just did not plan for this. The Russian army looks more like a Soviet army and the sort of just, not modernized at all. The logistics and supply chain issues, they're running out of food, they're running out of fuel. You see the Ukrainians coming up to them, offering them to tow them back to Russia. And then the fierce fighting of the Ukrainians. I think that this thing could go on for years. Every day that the Ukrainians don't lose, they're winning, right? This is very much like, our Revolutionary War. And Zelensky is quickly becoming, George Washington. He was offered an evacuation route by the American military, American government. And he said, I don't need a ride. I need ammunition. That's awesome.
And they are hoping for ammunition. They're also hoping for that no-fly zone. Obviously, cooler heads will hopefully prevail there, because is it a good idea for the United States to be shooting Russian aircraft out of the sky in Europe?
Yeah, so there's a great line from The Hunt for Red October where it says, our planes flying next to yours planes, Mr. Ambassador. That's how wars are started, right? If we instituted a no-fly zone, Secretary Lloyd Austin said it, we would have to enforce that, which would mean shooting down Russian airplanes, which would mean World War III. So, we need to do everything that we can. We need to get him the planes. We need to ensure that we're supporting the Ukrainians. And truth matters, right? Like, the Ukrainians are getting the information out. They're fighting hard, and they're doing an incredible job. And, the Russian military thought they were on a training exercise. The next thing they know, they're getting captured by Ukrainians, fighting the Babushka League. Former beauty contestant is taked up arms and touting an AK-47. Every single Ukrainian is fighting incredibly hard.
Yeah, no, they want their hands on weapons so they can defend themselves. And Spike Cohen brought up a really good point the other day. He said, it's one of the few things that's uniting Republicans and Democrats in the country is this idea of self-defense being sacred and the ability to have your own self-protection. And hopefully we'll have that in the United States at some point. Jesse, great to talk to you. Good luck with your race, and keep us posted. Come back.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Check out Jesse Jensen for Congress.com.